Press that up. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Slick 50.
This is Polo J, brother. What's going on with y'all?
Gotta do it. You watch Dragon Ball Z? No, stop.
Oh, we did just use it's the mastermind. Let's get it going.
What's good, man? What's good, man? Let's give these people what they want, bro.
Let's do it.
Give them what they want. We got the little news, but I think I just want to jump into the big news that everybody's talking about, bro. Mr. Deontay Wilder. Oh, there it is. That told me enough right there. Moving to the next subject. No, I'm playing. No, straight up. Does he look better? Does he? Everybody say he's getting better. He's looking better. I'm gonna ask you first. Do you think he's getting better?
I think it's an old dog learning new tricks.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about teaching old dog new tricks is they're still comfortable with the old ones. Mm-hmm. So they only do it to please their master. But when they're outside or with somebody else, or the dog, the only things they know is roll over, jump, sit. They're not going to bring you nothing. So that's what I'm saying. It's an old dog learning new tricks that he ain't going to use.
I'm going not contest that at all, but in a different way, an old dog learning what he should already knew.
So you're basically saying that this old dog had good teaching, but now he's going to obedience school.
Yeah, like he should have been listening. He should have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't do tricks at all. I've seen other heavyweights pull this stuff off. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's just gonna boil down to what you said. Is he gonna be able to use it? You know, Melo said he learned a valuable lesson losing.
I don't think that he learned anything by losing.
So it's a different Wilder from now on. I can see it being a different Wilder from now on, but I'm gonna tell you something. This is just the old Wilder coming back. Like I said, if you go back to the BDs, you know, when he had the Kevin Durant going on up top and all that, you know, you would have saw that. He had that, the jab. He had the, you know what I'm saying? His stance, his footwork was never great, but he had the stance and he was using both hands and things. He had a little bit of head movement. At least he knew to go back like this. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just stay coming forward. He was a little more patient as well. So these are things he's bringing back and capitalizing on. But to be able to shoot two body punches and duck and get out of trouble, we call that fundamentals.
That's fundamentals.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on a man because he needed it. And these are the very things that probably why he got beat. You know what I'm saying? But there are some things that we haven't seen. So I'm not going to say that he isn't learning it. What I am going to say is I hope that he's learning how to punch going backwards and get out of trouble. Shoot a jab, get out the way. You know, when a person coming forward at you, learn how to turn them. Because he couldn't do that to Tyson during the last fight.
Well,
because you could tell he didn't know how.
It's not that he don't know how, but he can't. He's a little slew-footed for all the country folks. He's slew-footed.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna do it because that requires him moving.
Well,
that requires him to have stamina. That requires him to be doing road work, not just little 15-second clips of him jumping rope. That's what that requires. Not him just on a vacation at the beach and somebody just recording him shadow boxing in the water. No. You want to show us something? Show us the dark days at the gym. Show us the days where you're the one throwing up instead of Malik Scott faking like he's throwing up. Show us the days where it's 100 outside and it's 115 inside the gym. You sweating bullets and nobody's giving you water. Show us the days when you running down them old Alabama roads. It's hot.
That's the thing, Polo. They don't know nothing about that. He don't know nothing about that. One thing I can't say, that dude that wasn't running. That dude wasn't doing none of that. But now, you know, now he is. Now he is. And I'm happy he is, though. You know what I mean? I mean, better. What's the saying? Better late than never. But the one thing that I know, you might not agree with me on that standpoint, but one thing I know one thing we can agree on. He needed a tune-up fight before this fight.
I can agree on that. But back to your last point. See, a boxer's career is finite. He only has so many bouts in him.
Mm-hmm.
He only has so many rounds in him.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Deontay? He's about what?
34, 35.
34, 35. So
I think so.
He's leaving or starting to adjust to going on the downslope of his prime.
Uh-huh.
So to learn something like this, you should have had it already in you. And then people be like, well, Floyd adjusted later on in his prime. But see, the difference between Floyd and a Deontay Wilder, Floyd already had the fundamentals of defense in him. He already had the foot movement. Yes, he didn't move a lot because he had bad hips, but he already had the bases. He already had the basics. He already had all of that. See,
right.
Deontay was just thrusted into the limelight. Was it a noble reason? Yes, it was a noble reason. But he's gotten away from his reasoning. He's gotten away from his quote-unquote purpose.
Got you. Yeah, 35.
Mm-hmm.
35.
So
his dang, I ain't no trip about that. When do they fight?
The 9th of October, I believe.
Oh, okay. No, that's my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but old boy Shakur Stevenson fight on the 23rd. His birthday the 23rd. I mean, his birthday is the 22nd October. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good birthday present, man. You better get that knockout.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I see. Do you see any fight going any different? Like, do you see him presenting at least a challenge?
I see the first 4 rounds being different.
First 4 rounds?
Mm-hmm. I see the first 4 rounds being different.
I'm going to go 2 more than you, 6. And 6. Mm. And it's based off the way I think. If I was Tyson Fury, I come there and let him think what he doing working. I let him think it. And then yock him one time. Change his whole mind. In the midway. It's a wrap.
See,
it's a wrap.
That's underutilized and under talked about when it comes to Tyson Fury is foot movement. So okay, you practicing on this 1-2 turn shoot, 1-2 turn shoot. Okay, while you going for that, I'm turning.
Right.
I'm gonna sit here and turn. Okay, I'm gonna play with you, or I'm gonna step back. Let you lunge then, and I'm gonna play patty cake with your forehead all night.
Right, and another thing too, man. You know, Malik Scott is shorter. And, you know that'd be a problem. I've watched a lot of boxers spar, and then you watch them get in the ring, and the reason being they end up hitting low is because they practice hitting low, and they're not practicing hitting low on purpose. On purpose, the person they're training with, you know, everything's muscle memory, right?
Yes.
So you know when you hitting that pad on that man's body, you hitting it at a certain height. It's I could see him actually hitting that man low. I could see him not hitting his target, period, for real, with those body shots. Because, like I say, the man about 4 inches taller than him.
About that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of things. But like I said, we don't know about the sparring partners. We don't know. I'm pretty sure they have sparring going on. They just not showing it. They not willing to show it. And I'm be honest with you, they shouldn't. They shouldn't show it. A lot of sparring we shouldn't see no sparring. I'm be real. We shouldn't see it.
Well, if that's the case, then we shouldn't see anything from training camp.
No. I remind him of him hitting the pads. Like I said, pads don't hit back. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff, that's what people understand. All the stuff we see, and it don't really amount to nothing until we see it in action.
Then we should see sparring then.
No, I don't want to see it.
Because I have so many questions, and these would answer the questions.
The fighter answers the question. That's how you sell the fight. By the fight.
I'm a type of guy. I love going to the training camp more than the game.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to the practices more than the game because I want to see what are you utilizing from that film room
Uh-huh.
Where's your timing? Do you know what to do in this situation? Do you have situational awareness?
Right.
That's where I want to see the sparring. Spar with somebody who you know for a fact
Well,
put you down.
it would be different if they can like email us. Hey, by the way, my name's Slick50. You can get my email anytime. Email us a copy. That's what I'm saying. Not for the public though.
Not for
Because that's why
not for the public.
that's why a lot of this stuff is going on, and there's bad controversy going on when you see Gervonta Davis knocked out somebody in sparring, and this, you know what I'm saying? To me, that doesn't sell nothing to me. It's sparring. It's going to happen in sparring, and a lot of average fans don't understand what sparring is. A lot of sparring is perfecting technique and perfecting scenarios. It's not an actual match where you got a guy in there and you're just fighting him. Now, some trainers do that. You know what I'm saying? But like when they showed the Earl Spence, and everybody's like, "Oh man, Earl was getting beat up." Earl was getting tattooed, but if you watch what he was doing, he was trying to perfect something that he thought would work against a Pacquiao. That's why he was like that. It wasn't an actual fight. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of that stuff get misinterpreted. You know what I mean? Now I would like to know. Now I will tell you this: if I can't see any sparring, I would like to know the names of his sparring partners so we can know. You know who the likes of he's working with, and that will give you a sense of okay, he really trying to be body. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I do like the mysteriousness as well. You know, a little bit. You know, it's gonna help sell on his end. It's gonna help sell the fight on his end, especially he's saying that he doesn't want to talk. He just want what he say his last song. He just said, "Don't blink, baby." That's all he said. Don't blink.
Well,
so you know.
I'm a firm believer there's a little bit of treachery in Mystique.
You
know, the mysterious vibe can throw you off. It can, but it can also lie to you. It can give you the indication like, hey, this man is not to be trifled with. This man should not, you don't want to mess with this brother because he's in his bag. He's in his LeBron game 6.
Right.
He's hyper focused, hyper attentive, but it can also turn into a situation where he's not talking because he's unsure of himself.
Right.
So it's putting on an act, giving a sense of false bravado to where it's going to throw you off to where you come in off your rocker when he can just revert to the things that he knows best and catch you off guard in those first 4 rounds.
True. But I gotta say this too on the flip side. In reality, I know a lot of people like Tyson Fury ain't gonna really do nothing different. But Tyson Fury gonna have to be able to present himself in a different manner than that second fight. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is a new disguises on what he gonna do. It ain't gonna be no just straightforward. They gonna be there because the least that this boy gonna learn is he got to be first. You see what I'm saying? It's the least that boy gonna take from all this stuff he learned from Malik. I gotta be first. So they gonna be able to just walk in and you know what I'm saying? So but at least we do know who Tyson Fury is training with, you know, F.A. Ajagba and Big Baby Anderson. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good work. That's good work. Because let's be honest, like when I heard, oh, Tyson Fury get beat up, he got okay. Tyson Fury ain't got he ain't never really had a solid chin like that neither. He has good boxing skills. You know, so that was no surprise. The point is he's sparring against people who could do the same thing that Wilder can do to him. That's the point that people are missing. So when I heard F.A. Ajagba, I'm like, oh yeah, that man got hell reach. He tall, rangy. You know what I mean? Not to mention, them guys get to pick up tips from him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Big Baby Anderson. I don't know if people saw his fight. He got a little belt. I don't know if it's a little belt, big belt. I think it's a small belt, but it was on Triller. He was the fight before Dipset and them. And he imposed his will on that man and got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So he's come for a fight. He's not afraid of nobody. And that's something that Tyson would need. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, that will teach you how to deal with adversity. You know what I'm saying? So we see what what Tyson's trying to build. But like you say, it's kind of 50-50. Like, what is that man over there doing? You keep showing us pads and you swimming in the water, but that ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, pads don't hit back. You know what I'm saying? That guy not gonna hit you back when you hitting him in the gut. It's totally different under them lights. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't know. I do want to see it. I don't know how I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to stay on them too long, though, man. But I do want to say this. Make this clear. I want Deontay to win, dog. I do. I don't. But at the same time, I don't want to mess up one of the biggest heavyweight bouts ever. But it seems like they can't even get their mess together.
I want Deontay to win because he's an American fighter. And I want the belts to be in America. I really do. But far as being a boxing fan, I don't care for Deontay Wilder. I just don't. He's an acquired taste, and it makes me gag.
I think a lot of people. I've been talking to people, and a lot of people have been feeling that way because, like I said, I don't know how they weren't recognizing it because it was the last fights was showing his weaknesses, you know, and it was adding up, and it just finally caught up with him. But now that it has came into fruition, like people are like, oh, he's not who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I've always thought that. From his fights with
is,
King Kong and Brazil and Ariola, like he does nothing well except for throw his right hand.
Well, I can't argue with that. But he does have a chance to persuade the people. Sway the people back to his way, man. Back to him. He can become a 2-time champion, and and see what he do with it from there. But just getting that belt and barely winning ain't gonna do nothing for him. He's gonna have to hurt that man. He's gonna have to do him like he did him in the first fight, except keep him down. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? To win this fight by a narrow victory is not going to convince the people that you really are that guy. It's not going to convince other heavyweights to be afraid of you. Because believe me, now I don't believe no heavyweights afraid of Deontay Wilder anymore. Right?
Honestly, I don't think anybody ever really was. It's
just was afraid of that right hand.
No, I don't think it was that. I think, something else that we got to talk about when it comes to this man too. Your competition matters.
Thanks.
And the only reputable name that you had on your record before Tyson Fury was King Kong Ortiz.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spilka wasn't really.
He was out on his way out.
Yeah, Spilka wasn't.
So, and in those both fights with King Kong Ortiz, you didn't look good. You never looked good. You were losing. Right. You were going to lose. You were on your way down in the first one.
Yeah.
So, as you're elevating in competition, you're not looking the best.
No, but that's why I say he has no choice but to look the best in this one. He has to.
See, but this is going to hurt him in the long run because he's doing all this specifically for Tyson Fury. What about everybody else?
That's the thing. He needs to be doing it for himself.
Because you got to remember this man's mindset. This man's mindset is stuck and set on revenge, redemption, all those other phrases that you want to use for his mind.
Hopefully that's just a selling point, man. I'm hoping that's just a selling point. I'm just trying to really give him a benefit of doubt. I don't want if I'm being real with you. If he get in that ring and it's Tyson Fury all over again, Tyson Fury him too, Wilder him too, and that happened again the way it do, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be hot for him. Like, bro, it might be just time to hang it up. I don't know what's going on because there's no way it should happen twice.
Well, there's just some people that you, no matter what you're doing, there's just one person that always has your number.
Right.
Right. Just be it. I mean, leave it alone. He could have left it alone.
Yeah.
He really could have. Been like, okay, I'm going to take a tune-up fight before I even think about fighting Tyson Fury again. But Tyson Fury, I'm watching you. I'm looking for you. We're going to get this thing settled once and for all. We're going to have our rubber match. But I got some things I got to take care of first. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to hear. Those are the things that makes a great champion. Because, yes, you're implementing, and yes, you're learning new things, but you need time to cultivate those skills. Whether it's one tune-up match or two tune-up matches, that's exactly what you need. You don't need to jump right back into the cage with the pit bull. Take on a couple of chihuahuas. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. I said that too. He should not just win. I felt like it was other money to get out there too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But way before they could have built this back up. But but at the same time, it takes two to tango, and Tyson Fury was trying to move on, to old boy. But even though before the Anthony fight, he was supposed to fight. He was going to fight somebody December. Remember that?
Yeah.
Tyson Fury was. So he was gonna take a in between fight before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before fighting the big man. You know what I'm saying? Either way or whatever. But even if you look at that, Deontay had his options. He could have let them fight and got to beat the winner of that, and then still went and got his revenge. It was a lot of money. It could have been a revenge tour for us. He could, you know what I'm saying? It was still a lot of money to be made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, whatever. But it is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no getting out of it. He can't even get out this contract because he caused it on himself. And then Tyson Fury, the only way he getting out if he retire. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see Fury doing it. But, how do you feel today? How are you feeling today? Would you say that you're feeling good?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Is it a natural feel good or is it an artificial feel good?
Every day I woke up, man, I'm happy as it.
So it's natural.
Yeah.
It didn't come from any meat or any meat that you ate.
Oh no.
You didn't drink any like super tea that made you feel good today.
No, I don't need no super tea, man. I don't need no tummy flattening tea. I don't need none of that stuff. I'm all right with my belly.
So what you're saying is you've done everything the right way and did it naturally today.
Yeah.
I say all that to bring up Mr. Oscar Valdez.
We gonna get on Valdez, man.
I say let's get on his head like some headphones. Let's do it. Let's go in. Should they be allowing this man to fight?
No. Even though, is it that serious? To some, no. And I will agree. To me, it's not that serious. It wasn't nothing to build muscle. It wasn't nothing. This comes out of I got the article here where and it was something that stuck out. I was really trying. It's a long article, you know what I'm saying? But it's was a bad left hook. They brought a toxicologist in. You get what I'm saying? And they asked him, is amphetamine something that lingers in the body, or is it something with a shorter duration that an athlete could cycle on and off to avoid scheduled drug tests if they time things carefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
The answer was, the question is tricky, but you should expect reliable detection within about 4 to 5, maybe out of 6 days, right? Through this number is not set in stone. Generally, we would talk about the effective elimination of a drug from the body. We go by half-life, or the time it takes to reduce the concentration by 50%. After 5 half-lives, about 97% of the drug has cleared, and 7.5 lives, we expect over 99%. Phenamine has a life of roughly 20 hours. Y'all hear that? 20 hours, which is just say a day. 5 to 7 half-lives would be 100 to 140 hours. So 4 to 6 days is a reasonable range. This man been popping this stuff for a while.
For a long time.
He could have been clean. He knew when that drug test was coming. He could have got himself well clean. So one's to ask the question, how many has he got away with? These are the words of a toxicologist. You can go to shout out to badlefthook.com. Bro, I'm talking about it's very interesting. They was like, forget speculation like everybody else. The toxicologist's name is Dr. Justine Seltzer, medical toxicologist. And they got some good questions here. I'm not going to read the whole entire article. And they're not coming into this to dog or Valdez. They're not. They just asking legit questions that's basically answering themselves. And it's like, y'all be the judge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. And it does clear things up, like it's for weight loss and just to help you work out longer. That's why I said, is it really worth him getting dragged? For me, no. I mean, it's not helping them in the ring in no shape, form, or fashion. You get what I'm saying? It's not nothing in that sort. Now, if he get caught with it in his water bottle and he still got it in his system after the drug, you know, they take a drug test after the, you know what I'm talking about, after the fight, we got a whole problem. You see what I'm saying? But even I have to draw the line. Rules are rules, and it's on that list for a reason. And I will say there are people who legit didn't know across the board of all sports. There was a guy, I forget what team, I think it was the Eagles. It was the off season, and he was there. Him and his wife was trying to have a baby. So they gave, instead of getting a woman fertility drugs, they gave him help him out with on his side thing. You get what I'm saying? And something in that drug was a component of what was on his banned list. Right?
Man,
now he called because he said there was a 1-800 number you can call and ask. He was so, are you good? When he was trying to go to camp though, he get tested and they was like, are you suspended? He like, what? He was like, and then they found out it was in that. You get what I'm saying? Whatever they gave him. So there are those instances, but according to this toxicologist, ain't no phenamine in no tea. Nope. Now, if it's a fat burning tea or things like that, it's possible because you do got that tummy tea, you do got things like that. But he can't remember what tea he took. It's just a tea. You know, if you took that tummy slimming tea, you know you took, you get what I'm saying? Any type of weight loss, you know you took, but he don't know it was a tea. I don't know. That's what bothers me, why you gotta lie about it. If I took a tummy flattening tea and I didn't know that it had that in there and I didn't know it was on the list, that's why I'm gonna tell you. Man, I drank this right here, dude. This is what I drank. Y'all test it, so be if it's in there. Okay, well, I didn't know. I'm just trying to lose weight. You know, but his excuse was he recently stopped coffee. He was like addicted to caffeine. So he switched to tea so he wouldn't drink coffee anymore. But this stuff ain't in no tea, not no regular tea.
No, that's in some ancient Chinese secret tea.
There you go. And he said you gotta get that over the counter. He said that then also, but like he said there is like weight loss teas that he didn't say it was in it. He said it could possibly be in those teas. You don't know. You gotta get that tea or whatever. So my thing is, I'm more mad at that I feel like you're lying because for it to still be in your system at 6-7 days, you've been taking it. You've been taking this over and over again. See what I'm saying? And this is how you maintaining your weight. And then it trickles down the line when I hear Canelo, man. Well, Mr. Canelo, he's part of your camp. If he's been taking this over and over again and it's been working for him to help him stay in his weight class, what have you been doing?
I mean, let's not pretend like Canelo hasn't been busted more than once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they saying that they've been busted more than that and it just never came out. So these things, and I agree with other fighters who've been pinched for less. 1% in their stream, and they're like, and they have proof like this can come from this, it can come from this, you know what I'm saying? But they still get suspended. Still get suspended. So I feel like he should not be fighting because you know what's going to happen? It's going to come back and bite them in the WBC because somebody else is going to test positive. Mm-hmm. And if they suspend that person, hell to pay the piper. It has to be the same across the board. You can't be making special rules for special people.
Well,
right?
That's how it should be. But I'm gonna tell you how it is. The way it is that camp is the money camp. Canelo's the money man. He's the, whether I like it or not, he's the undisputed pay-per-view king right now.
Yeah.
He is. So he's making them money.
Facts.
So why would you do anything to anger your cash cow?
True that.
So they're going to let this slide because it's a favor for Mr. Saul. It's a favor. You're going to keep doing me favors. Eventually, I'll do you a favor.
But what favor?
Keep making you money.
Oh, well, yeah.
The favor that you're going to give me is you're going to let the people that's in my camp slide. Because I love Andy. And it was reported that Andy popped dirty.
Yeah.
And I love Andy.
Yeah.
And he popped. So,
like I said, and if something is minute, the right word is minute. This. I would, like I said, the biggest part to me is he lied. A simple that I didn't know that this was, you know what I'm saying, or there's a whole bunch. You got what was that stuff? Meta something. There's a whole bunch of stuff you go to GNC and buy. Mm-hmm. Right, and I do know they got a phone number they call, but if he took it to lose weight, just like, man, I was just trying to lose weight. It ain't like I was in there trying to get swole or you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I'm just trying to lose weight. Then I don't think it would have been such a big deal if he would have said that.
If that's the case, then he's fighting in the wrong division.
Yep, that's why I said that's why I said it trickles down to now we know the weight loss secret. When you see Canelo coming there, allegedly, I'm not saying that Canelo does this stuff. Allegedly, Canelo does this stuff, and he comes in, gets on that scale, and he's shredded to the point where you can see his ribs. You get what I'm saying? And then come fight night, he back all swole out though. So now it's kind of like, that's how he be going. Dude, when you see him walking regularly in these shirts, he look every bit of 170. And then when fight night come, you understand what I'm saying? When he was fighting below 168, you get what I mean? Them days, he coming down to 154, and it's like, how? He does this on a regular? How? Now I see how. But like I said, it's all allegedly on their part, or whatever. So I don't know, man. To me, it's something that's bigger than it should be. But in this case, it's not the people that did it. They did it to themselves. They did it to themselves.
I don't think this is being talked about enough.
Well,
I don't think this is being talked about enough. Like, yeah, why aren't the media outlets covering this? Why aren't they saying something?
Because they're the networks.
See,
Fox not finna talk about it. See, is he? No, he not Fox. Who is he? DAZN? Who?
He's independent. He sells his fights.
Who, Valdez?
No, Valdez. Valdez is, I think he's PBC.
Not sure, but whatever I know for a fact, whatever network he fight on, they not gonna bring it up.
See, but there has to come a time where integrity is being, shown. You got to have the journalistic integrity to even tell the truth, even when it's at the detriment of your own company. You have to be able to tell the truth. Whether
No,
people like it or not, that's the only thing that gets you respect. Money comes and goes, yes, but respect and integrity will get you, a longer life.
no, that's true. That's true. But at the same time, some people look at it like you don't bite the hand that feeds you. But that's why a lot of them keep their mouth closed. They not gonna tell a lie. They just not gonna say nothing. You get what I'm saying? But then
Bite the hand that feeds. I've always hated that phrase.
well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you got people, the only people who don't got to suffer by that saying is like my dad says, people who live in it within their means. You know, when you're a person who don't live within their means, just because you make money don't mean you make more bills. But if you're a person that make more money, make more bills, you know what I'm saying? Then technically that person's still feeding you then. Because how are you saving money? How are you putting money away? You know what I'm saying? You don't have the luxury of saying, you know what, I quit and I go find another job. You don't have that luxury. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's just gotta be able to tell the truth, man. You gotta be able to tell the truth. Because like
There's no such
he's
thing
even
as
said if Caleb Plant says something about it, he's pulling out of the fight.
now. That's I don't think he'll do it. That right there was sissified all in itself. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that would make a bad look on him. And I'm pretty sure his advisors will tell him that. If you pull out this fight now after finally agreeing to all the terms, and this is at the third, it would look like an excuse because you know what everybody gonna say?
What?
You just see that he went and got Andre Ward. That's all. That's what people gonna say. He went got Virgil and Andre in his corner, and now you gonna pull out. That's and it'll be that gray cloud over his head. What happened to be getting all the belts and making history? What happened to all that type of talk? You know, and then it's gonna add more validity about when he tried to fight him the first time, and he tried to only give him a month to train. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't see that, and I think his advisors will be like, nope, 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 no, you can't do it. Plus, he already signed up for it too. You know, Al like, man, I'm gonna want my money. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get fined. You gonna give me my money back. You know, you gonna give me some money. You can't pull out that fight like that. So I feel like that fight, man, that fight right there has to happen. But nevertheless, if anybody had a right to speak up on it, it was Khalid. Khalid's gonna face somebody in their camp.
Yeah.
So he just wants it to be fair.
True.
He wants it to be fair. If I'm clean, man. Y'all can't be doing that. If he can't make weight, that's on him. He lose the belts or whatever the agreement is. He got to pay me more money to fight, or it'd be all type of stipulation when it comes to that scale.
There should be stipulations.
Yeah, usually it's like you pay extra more money to keep the fight going, or sometimes you get stripped of the belt, or you know what I'm saying, or it's just not the fight will go on, but it won't be for no belts. You know what I'm saying? I just think it all when they do that. But like at the end of the day, man, I just think Valdez made this larger than what it needed to be by him. Not just saying that I was just trying to lose weight. That's it. Instead of lying and saying, well, I drank coffee too much, so I start drinking tea. And then they say, what tea? Oh, I don't remember the name. How you don't remember the name of the tea? When you find something that you like, you stick with it.
Yes.
If you drink coffee, you find Folgers and you like Folgers, you're going to keep buying Folgers. Right?
Right.
You ain't going to just buy random coffee.
No.
So that's what made it seem big when it is. It became this big old lie. You trying to run with it. Then you put the speech out there on IG, and then like it was just too much. It didn't need no this didn't need no publicist behind it where they told you get on IG. Well, he probably did it himself, but it didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? What you say?
It didn't. It didn't need that.
Yeah, man. So, and then if dude get whooped on, and he gotta win now because I don't care if he win. They're gonna say, "Oh, to the people who are not knowledgeable, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's because he was on steroids." Because when you hear doping, everybody thinks steroids. You get what I'm saying? They go, all they say was steroids. We won now, and if he get whooped, they're gonna say it's because he took that stuff he was on. So this gonna be a throwaway fight for him. Either way, he not gonna mentally in the fans' eyes, he's not winning this fight.
You know what? One day we should just break down all of the illegal substances that they're saying and explain what they actually do. Because some of these things,
and then sometimes, and also, I will test just by reading this article that he wasn't on steroids because phenamine it can't mask steroids. They even asked him, did he take this drug to try to mask another drug that he was taking? And the toxicologist said, no, this wouldn't cover a steroid up. Like basically, steroids is too strong. It's stronger than, you know what I'm saying, phenamine. So he wasn't on those steroids and nothing like that. That I want to make that clear because I don't want to be part of the problem out there making it seem like he was on steroids. He was not on steroids. I just really think the dude was trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And just saying, I got a problem with my weight and I was trying to lose weight. He made it seem a lot worse than what it was.
Yeah.
But everybody's right, though. He still should be suspended. It's on there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a weight bully. You got to come in here and be fair. And that's why the rules is there. If you couldn't make weight, guess what? It's time to go up.
That's true. That's
simple as that. You know. But we're gonna leave Valdez alone because I still want to see the fight. So I'm still gonna watch the fight. Now, let's talk Sean Porter, Harris Bud Crawford. Yes, we gonna talk about this. You know why? Because I was right. I'm finally right. I told y'all, didn't I? Eddie Hearn was gonna come in and get this, didn't I?
Yes.
Now I'm gonna explain this. Remember, I was supposed to broadcast the purse bid. The WBO was gonna have a purse bid on their Facebook group, right? And it was gonna be the first of its kind. It was gonna be showing how it goes and all of that. Use the purse bid is quick and done. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna make this thing out of it. It was gonna be great. And I thought it was gonna be cool for the fans to see, especially me. I never saw it in person, right? So that Thursday, they said they came together and asked for an extension. So they extended it to September 14th, which hasn't happened yet, right? Then we have, I forgot, the Warrington and something fight on the zone, which was the same fight that had Conor Ben and Granados on there. Before the fights had even started, they was talking to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said he was putting his name in that hat. And when he did, he sent somebody to Puerto Rico to put his name in the hat. And all of a sudden, that Thursday, they asked for an extension. Now, if y'all remember me, before that man said that, I said, what if Eddie Hearn go for this fight? Everybody said, no, we don't think Eddie going. He went and did it. It's been confirmed. It came out of his own mouth. It's on the Zone YouTube. He did it. All right. Now, I was watching the Sean Porter podcast. Sean Porter said when it fell through, right? When the purse bid fell through, he was kind of unhappy. In my mind, I'm like, why are you unhappy? Because now you get to negotiate on your side what you want. I'm gonna tell you what I took from that. He didn't ask for extension, nor did Bud. The two PBC and Top Rank asked for that extension because they don't want Eddie to get it. Now, this makes sense. If Eddie going to throw a big number in, don't think he can't because he came in second under Triller. He was trying to steal Teofimo fight. So don't think he won't go for it. If Triller didn't put that big number in, guess who was finna have that fight? Eddie Hearn on the Zone, which it probably would have been happened already, right? So if he get this fight, he will pay a lot of money. He paid Jesse Vargas and Mike Garcia to fight a regular fight, right? He gave Mike Garcia $7 million for to go against Jesse Vargas.
Mm-hmm.
$7 million. And both of them was coming off layoffs. Let's say that. They both were coming off long layoffs. And he gave them $7 million. You think he not finna give Bud no money? You think he ain't finna put a big number in there, let go purse bid, let Bud get 60% of 10 million and give the other three to or the other four to Sean? Bigger paydays than what they was gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't go further than that. This will be Bud's last fight. You think? I mean, realistically, do you believe Bud would stay somewhere where he's not? Well, I ain't gonna say. I don't know how the man feel, but I would imagine he feels unappreciated if another man can come in and give him $7 million, something that he feel like he been worth for a fight that's, to me, not worth pay-per-view.
You know what that does to what that tells me? It seems like with Bud, we get on him about, not marketing himself and everything like that. But it's starting to seem like why should I even do it? Why should I even do it if I'm just going to get pennies on the dollar any dang way? Why should I even do it? I guarantee if Eddie gets this fight, Eddie makes this fight, and pays that man $7 million, you're going to hear a lot more from Terrence. I think that's what it is.
But now you got to know Eddie. This was going to happen. Eddie's going to have to, he's going to watch that fight and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. I got you, Polo. He's going to watch that fight and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Bud puts, let's see. Let me say this first. I hate just jumping into it. Let me say this first. First off, Sean Porter's never been dominated.
No.
Never. All right? Never. He's beat people. He's beat guys. He's beaten, we feel like the other way around, but still, he beat guys. He beat AB. He beat people. He's never headlined his own pay-per-view, though. Never.
No.
All right? But I will say this. He's never been dominated. All right. Not even by Earl Spence. Never been dominated. All right. So saying that, this is gonna be a tough fight for Bud. It's gonna be an all out. But say if Bud get in that ring and dominate this man where he's never been dominated. Do y'all really think Eddie gonna let that dude go home without having lunch with him?
No.
I believe Eddie would make that dude what he should have been. A star.
But one thing that we're failing to realize, the conspiracy in all this. Don't you find it kind of ironic that with Eddie doing that, Conor Benn throws his paperwork to fight in America? So is there a mega fight going to happen next year between Terrence Crawford and Mr. Conor Benn, depending on how this fight goes? Depending
if he get it though. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Bob. I think Bob never got that time together. He got that money together just in case. Just in case. That's why I want to know how the person bid go. Like, do they get vote on who go first? Put their name in the hat with how much money?
I see it more like
I want to see how this process goes. But it all rests on, and he seemed when Eddie Hearn said he seemed confident that he was getting that fight.
Mm-hmm.
When he said I sent somebody down there to put my name in that hat, he didn't say it like, well, I sent somebody down there just to test the atmosphere. No, he said I sent somebody down there to put my name in to get that fight.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna spend some money. So I don't think Bob gonna let that fight go. I think, like I say, I don't know how the process go, but if it's like what you saying, he's gonna outbid Eddie. He gonna spend a lot of money. But here's the thing, and I want to take something back I just said. He is a star. Bud and them are stars. They're just boxing stars. They're not pay-per-view stars. There's a difference.
There is.
Okay?
But
there's a difference. They are stars in their own right. That's why I could speak on Shine. He's never been dominated. He's never, you know what I'm saying? I could do that. But they're not pay-per-view stars. To be a pay-per-view star, it takes a lot, bro. It's not a lot of pay-per-view stars in boxing history. So you know what I mean? While we talk about, well, he's not, look at his numbers and look at his, God bless me. Look at his numbers, look at this, look at that. Well, I'm trying to think while I'm talking. Muhammad Ali. You know how far back it is? Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the years between that though. Just him and Mike Tyson. Figueroa versus
Fulton.
Oh, come on, man. That stuff right there. And it don't matter. I ain't gonna get into that on here. But you got, so you go from Muhammad Ali to Mike Tyson to Mayweather. No, Mike Tyson to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya to Mayweather. Count the years in between them guys before you found another pay-per-view king.
Well, let's not act
pay-per-view king.
Let's not act like the 80s wasn't filled.
No. When I mean pay-per-view star king, the guys that you knew, if Mike Tyson had a pay-per-view, guess what? Everybody bought it.
Yeah.
It wasn't no hundreds of thousands of views. It was millions of views. Oscar De La Hoya, same thing. Oscar was the king of pay-per-view before Mayweather took over. That's when he started calling himself what? Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather became the pay-per-view king. These guys are what you would say is anomalies. You see what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, which pay-per-view wasn't really until later on, but still. And you go all the way to now, it's like, okay, who now we're trying to find, now Mayweather is gone. Who is the next pay-per-view star? That we want it to be Earl, but it's not shaping up to be that way, right? And when I say we, because I know it ain't you, but what I'm saying, the boxing public has chosen that man. All right. So, me, I feel like Bud could have been that, personally. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? But you got, and it's some people in between there I miss. But I'm just saying, I bet you can't count more than 7. Starting from Ali, I bet you can't find more than 7. So when we sit here say this person don't sell fight, it's not actually easy to sell pay-per-view then, is it?
It's not. No. I was never claiming that it was easy.
No, I'm talking about for the other people that be out there talking about, well, Bud only sold 100-something thousand on his pay-per-view, and he only had 2 pay-per-view.
But the thing about the misleading thing about pay-per-views is the fact that you have to have a following.
I was just gonna go here. I was just gonna say something.
You have to have a following. If you do not have a following, of course your numbers are going to be low. And it can't just be a state. It has to be a whole region. It has to be a region. But Earl can sell out Texas. He can sell out Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. He can sell out that. But can he get Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota, North Dakota? Because that's a region. That's a whole region. Can you get that?
Right.
That's what builds your numbers.
And like say, Canelo got a whole country.
He has a country.
Right.
Plus some.
Right. So, but that's why I say this fight, if they're trying to market it as pay-per-view, it's not pay-per-view. This would be a perfect fight to create that following.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That brings us that just brings the conversation back up from Wide World of Sports to ESPN. When stuff started being on cable and you had to have cable to see boxing, it was almost like you had to have pay-per-view. That's what cable is to regular TV, pay-per-view. You got to pay for cable to see this guy, right?
Yeah.
Just to fight regular. And then to see the big fight, you got to pay for pay-per-view, which is on cable, which is a whole nother thing. It created this big separation from the public eyes. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why can't they regular fights just be on regular TV And then you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's had a big damper as well. You know what I'm saying? Also, fighters do need to sell themselves, but I still say this fight is not perfect. I agree with Timothy Bradley when he said, I asked 20 people who is Bud Crawford, and they didn't know. I asked 20 people who is Sean Porter. I asked 20 regular people because it's not the boxing. We all look. I'm gonna buy the fight because I love boxing, but it's not a lot of us that
Hell, I
just eat.
want to be there. I want
Right,
to be
exactly. All right, I want to be right, but it's not a lot of us. It's not a lot of boxing aficionados that supersedes the casual fans. And if the casual fans don't even say, I think I know your name, at least, oh, I think I know him, or doesn't he do this? They said, I don't know him. That's a problem. To me, it would be a problem. As a marketing manager, that would be a huge problem.
That is a huge problem, but at the end of the day, what can you really do? What can you really do?
Man. It's like, what can you do? But you could. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say what they could have do. I'm gonna say what they didn't do. The minute this fight got mandated, they should have been pumping this fight up from that point on. At least one of them. Yeah. This fight has been hush, hush, hush. And you're going to wait?
That's my problem with Sean Porter right now, because you have a podcast.
Well, he's talking, but he's just not ruthless when he talk. But he talking, like you said, that's how I learned. It came out of his mouth. Talking about, I see you on the 14th. So he wanted to go to Purse B. He like you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I right, JB's not enough marketing. That's what I'm saying. The minute that it's not like we're waiting on a fight. You know how me and you is to see who did they sign a contract? Did they? No, we ain't gotta wait for that. You know why? Because we know they have to fight. It's been mandated. They have to fight. So we ain't gotta wait on nothing signed. We know it's gonna have to be signed. We know it's getting signed one way or another. Something getting signed. So it should have been marketed from that day that the WBO said, y'all gonna fight, or it's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. And maybe they could have beefed it up to that point where people been like, man, hey, that's gonna be a heck of a fight. And then with the help of us and everybody else on YouTube, we'd all been talking about it. But the thing is, it's so hush hush when it's got that fight go, and it's Canada. I swear to God, this fight is candidate for fight of the year. It's gonna be action packed. You understand? Sean knock Bud down. The world gonna lose. The people gonna lose their mind. Sean knock Bud down.
We are gonna lose our mind.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Vice versa. He knocked it. It's gonna be like, oh my God, it's gonna be a grueling match. It's gonna mess around, be fight of the year. But guess what? It's gonna float right under the radar because ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody, they not marketing it. They not throwing it out there. I'm pretty sure Bud got billboards up or something in his town. But what about everywhere else? I don't know, man. Let's see what this say, man. Shout out to everybody came through. Since Pacquiao is now back on solid foods and he can open his eyes again, should he take the L rematch? Just take the L, man. I don't want to see Pacquiao right now, man.
He better not hop back in there with guys. He better not do that.
I don't want to see him.
He better not do that. He hop back in there with guys.
I think he's waiting to see how if he gonna be eligible to run for president. You know how they do the stats out there, see if the people like you or not. He gonna see if it's worth running, and if he do, he may try to come back and get it. But I don't know. Just take the L. Go get you some friendly fights and make more money. You know what I'm saying? Fan friendly fights, make some more money. Get some other guys some paydays. You know what I mean? Go fight Mikey Garcia. Get him a payday. Let me go bless this guy. Get him a payday. You know what I mean?
He better not hop in there.
Do something like that, man. And I still watch it. Like I said, I'm a Pacquiao fan. It's a Pacquiao fight. But for him being a contention for a belt and being like, I gotta take this fight seriously. Nah, I just think his legs ain't got it no more. He sells from running and stuff early from since he touched down, but that ain't nobody's fault for yours. And I think it just caught up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you did was nothing different than what you normally do. It's just time. If he thinks he can fight, take the JB said, you don't want to see that man get pummeled, man. No, man, I think it'll be a little different too with Ugas. Y'all gotta remember, Ugas still get a chance to train for this man. Ugas will train for somebody totally different. Take Ugas, and Ugas was injured. It'll be a little different because he has the one thing in spite. His legs might not have been working. I'm talking about Pacquiao, but his power was. His power was. So he know he could take Manny Pacquiao punches. So it'll be a little different. Not a little, a lot different in my book.
With two good arms.
Man, hey, don't take nothing from Ugas, man. Ugas willed himself to win and had to adjust round from round on that man. Like I said, he didn't train for that man. They just told him, hey, you for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
So, you know what I'm saying? like, but if he do, guess what? I'm gonna watch it. I'll be doing live commentary on it. Come hang out. I'm gonna watch it, bro.
I'm gonna watch
it, bro. Real talk. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. That C19 stuff, man. And the thing is, now you can't talk about get V. I ain't gonna say the word. Go get that that package and it'll save you. No, it doesn't. You see De La Hoya? He's he got that package in full, and he back in the hospital. You know, just get educated. Read, y'all. That's all I can say, man. I'm not telling nobody not to get the package or not. Just read. You know what I'm saying? Don't be misled.
Yeah.
Because we sit in for our eyes, and then it could say that they got the package, and the chances they might not even got it.
Oh, I dealt with that.
They can go get retested in 2 days. They'll be like, oh man, you got a common cold. You know what I mean? So it's not perfected, it's not nothing. I just hate that it has to be taken so seriously to the point, which it should be, but that it's stopping fights, bro. And that's just out of my own selfishness. I can admit that. But that was gonna be a good fight. Figueroa versus Fulton. Happened on the 18th. But it is what it is. I hope a speedy recovery to both of those guys, man.
I was looking for the fight, but I couldn't watch it. I couldn't do nothing with that fight.
That's right. You got an event come. Oh, and I might got an event coming up.
Yeah.
On the same day.
Yeah.
More. We got more boxing, man. More boxing coming though. But y'all, we gonna get up out of here. Like I said, if you watching over there on the Slick 50 side, make sure y'all come over to the GMT side. I let it ride the whole episode over there. Just see what you get, a little preview, a little something. You know what I mean? Come on through over this way, subscribe to GMT Boxing, and then go on the slide over there to In the Red Corner with Polo J. He has 2 shows. He has In the Red Corner with Polo J. He has In the Sports Corner with Polo J as well. Yeah. Where he talks basketball, football, baseball, hockey, shuck put, tennis, and
track and field,
and what's the other one?
We can talk lacrosse.
When they play with the cups, all that stuff. He got them all.
We can do stacking.
Yeah. He do hacky sack,
curling,
all that. Yeah, curling. That's the one I was trying to think of with the brooms and stuff. You know, with the shake weight and they slide it and all that. Yeah. If you into all of that, every sport, make sure you tune into In the Sports Corner with Polo J. And Polo J got to tell you what dies. What days?
Every day except for Wednesday.
Every day except for Wednesday. No, you gotta have an off day. Goddamn. What?
Well, we gotta understand football season is starting.
Oh yeah, so okay. Every day except Wednesday and some other day because football season in. All right, we're gonna do it like that.
Yeah, I
right?
can remember hockey, JB
And you
Tulane.
know, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central, the judges table on GMT Boxing. Then you slide before this show comes on Wednesday. Make sure you go to Slick 50 TV. You know what I'm saying? We got Slick 50 TV live going on at 8 o'clock Central. So yeah, Slick 50 TV, 8 o'clock Central on Slick 50 TV. Come over to GMT Boxing. You got the judges corner at 9 o'clock Central.
Judge's table.
Oh yeah, the judges table. I said judges corner, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
The judges table, 9 o'clock Central. And then you possibly go get Polo. If he's not bored or not. But if not, you got him every other day of the week.
Yes. Yes.
That's how we doing it, man. We trying to get it up for y'all, man. Plus, we got other content on our channels as well, keeping you updated with the latest and greatest news. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned, man. Shout out to NJR Media. We love y'all. We up out of here. Wait, you got something to say?
Actually, I ain't got nothing to say today. You said enough earlier.
Well, I got something to say. We always leave on a good note, man. Somebody said something that caught my ear and I love it. Fear is not God. So quit praising it. Shout out to Jay Prince. I'm out of here.